In option, in VIP, what's up? What's up, traders? What's going on, swing traders, day traders? How was your day today? My day was actually was frustrating today, guys. Why? Because I was annoyed at my computer. My computer kept freezing on me all morning. It was annoying. It looked like I was like, oh, did the whole market just freeze? Nope, it's your computer, dude. It's freezing. And then every time I tried to change stuff around, it just kept on not reading any data. And I held that on for a few hours, but I couldn't switch out the symbol, so I was getting frustrated. The group was getting a little bit frustrated too at my frustration, and then I had to restart the whole thing, restart the whole computer. That took like what 5 minutes after all the pop-ups and whatnot gets out. But anyways, I'm glad some of the guys in the group were fast, were good. They were throwing out some call outs. One of the ladies, which it was a good idea, because when Bernie Sanders quit the race, I actually thought he quit like a few weeks ago, but I guess he quit today. All the healthcare stocks started popping, so they jumped in. I couldn't trade it. I was a little bit annoyed and pissed off because I couldn't buy anything, but they were buying, so I'm glad that they got in, they got out, they cashed in, they cashed out. Good job, guys. There's a handful of you guys that made some money, a few thousand on those trades, so good job. But man, the rest of the market was pretty weird, right? It was just like whole bunch of bad news all last week. 10 million jobs, $10 trillion in debt. Uh, the airlines are basically closed down. The cruise lines are closed down. All travel, everything. But then the market's still going up. Why? Because the Feds are still pumping as much as they can in this market. Now, in reality, is that a good thing? We're gonna get some hyperinflation, guys. We're gonna get some not good things in the future, but it is their market, it is their money, they're the ones that created it. Can they continue to support it and have everybody ignore it in 6 months from now like this never happened? It can, and they have done that many times. The coronavirus effect, it's still in play. There's still higher numbers, there's still higher deaths, still higher infections. It's still there. But the market, whether if it's bad news, it's not even bad news is good news. Good news is good news. Bad news that equals bad news is still good news. So it's like whatever, it don't matter. It just seems like the market's just gonna do whatever it's gonna do, and you gotta follow the trend. So today, was it frustrating today because of my computer tripping on me? Yes, it was. Although we made a little bit on the Baba puts, a little bit, not that much, but we made a little bit on there. Tesla was just not giving up. It was like it was just choppy. It was just a little bit, then it didn't. Anyways, so confusing day today, guys, because it just seemed like SPY wasn't gonna hold 270. It went all the way down to 265. Went all the way down to 265 this morning. And then after that dip, it went back up above 270, and then 270 held. Why did it get pumped? Because oil, Trump tweet, right? It's like, okay, we're back on the tweet, we're back on the oil. And then all of a sudden, Bernie Sanders drops out of the race, and it's like, I mean, I thought he quit already, but I was like, okay, how important are these things that are pumping the market? They're really not that important compared to the rest of the world and where we're at, because number one, nobody has not gotten any checks yet, right? There's still no stimulus. There's still no businesses getting help. There's still no small businesses getting help. There's still no regular individual people getting help. Nobody's getting any money yet. But at the same time, the market's going up almost 800%. And we're still reaching the top of the peak of the coronavirus. It's still not being as flattened out as everybody thinks. And then what's his name, the Dr. Fauci or whatever, he said, hey, yeah, go up and go down and then shoot again. So is this the calm before the storm? It can be. Now here's something that we got to think about, guys. Next week we got earnings. I think JP Morgan and Wells Fargo and maybe Citibank is gonna report. I got to check that out and double check, but I think JP Morgan is for sure gonna do it next week. Now if the banks don't do well, remember, there's no 10 million people are out of jobs, right? Or maybe more. And then the jobless claims numbers was high, 700,000. It's probably higher now. And nobody's gotten any checks. Nobody's gotten any money. So now everybody's calling for their mortgages, calling for forbearance or for whatever it is, right? You got like three choices. Some of them are like, okay, you can redo your loan or adjust it or payment plan or add it on the back, and with interest or without interest. It just depends on your bank and whatever else that you can um, I guess negotiate with them. But I think it's no interest or no penalty. But anyways, as far as the stock market is concerned, we are at 274.09 after hours. Can we go to 280 with this Fed pump? Yeah, we can go to 280. We can go to 290. Above 270, we're basically not in the bear market officially, right? They say above 270 and higher, we are out of the bear market. Under 270 and below, we are under the bear market. Now, can this just be a 2 week relief rally? Yeah, it can be, because of all the things that they're trying to say is going to happen. But I believe they've been saying that we're supposed to get checks, but it's been weeks now since nobody has gotten anything. So when the banks report next week, can that be a bad report for the rest of the market? Yes. Um, because everybody's calling their bank saying that they can't pay. So that means they're not getting any money in. That means that they're not making any money on the interest that they should be making when we give them money. And can they be loaning out money? No, not if they're not getting any money. They can't loan out money that they don't have either. And again, mortgages are getting tight on their loans. Um, so there's a lot of things right now that it seems like, we are on a house of cards. There you go, house of cards. It's like you're putting up all the cards up there, but then once the wind blows, boom, gone. Everything falls. So we could still be, we could still fall. Okay, if 270 breaks, then we could still head down lower. So we will see about that. What else was crazy today's ZM got crushed at the end of the day. Some of the guys bought it at the end of the day. And UNH popped because of that health thing, or because of Bernie Sanders. And SPY, yep, went up and then dipped at the end of the day. But Tesla is at 546. Again, when I look at Tesla, it's up $3. That's not that big. It's up $3. It's not that high today. If I look at actually Costco right now after hours got slammed. I guess the numbers came in. Now they are at 293. Let me see what else. What about Apple? Let's look at Apple. Apple's at 265. It's up $6. Baba is down, but if Asia comes up tonight, it can push Baba in the morning. So that was a call that we made today. We'll see what happens. So again, we are 3.45% higher today, and we will see what happens. It is a short week, so don't forget to close out your stuff by the end of the week, because we got a 3-day week. Anything can happen in those 3 days. More news, more bad news, but it seems like all bad news is good news. And again, follow the trend, guys. So it wasn't a fun day. Number one, I was just annoyed with my computer, and then number two, I couldn't get in on like some of the pops. But either way, my guys did well. They followed the trend. They did good. They followed all the stuff that I've been trying to kind of teach them and show them. Got in, got out, cashed in, on some of these trades. Now they are ready to pounce, 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 pounce tomorrow. We'll see, and then we'll see next week on the banks. So, for everybody else, join Mint VIP, guys. Get some of that money. Trade good, trade wise, trade smart, and have risk management. Peace out.